the good old health-stealing sword is becoming useful again. Whoop. Almost leveled. There's a health cactus. And I may have said it in the last video, but if you're wondering, no, this is not the desert area I kept referring to. Thinking I'd seen it, that was definitely a different game.
Brilliant! Yes!
I think I caught him in the washroom. He was just covering up there. And there's my level. Well, you know what? I'm going to put them all in Constitution. That's probably the main thing I need at the moment, is that extra little bit of health. Now, I have full-on restoration. So I think this skill point is going to go into, well, enchant. I don't really have any other place to put it. I could get a scripts and scraps of extra damage here and there, but yeah, let's go ahead and just do that.
Brilliant.
Do we have any that I want to immediate? No. I'm sure we'll find one. And really about the only place I can use that. I spent a whole point really to use it there. Oh, and there's another one. Okay, so yeah, it was worth it. Double my mana again or something. Suppose this is the guy I should have fought first. Dragon's closed helmet. 200 armor. I think mine's a pretty nice helmet though, isn't it? Yeah, it's 200 armor and a bunch of stuff, yeah. I wonder if this is any different at night. Down, boy, down, die. that guy. Go on. Go hit him. Thank you. Another mage up north there. One little blob of shadow and the guy's hiding in it. Okay, well, we've certainly achieved quite a bit. Do I fight all the way up here? I guess. If we go into here, I mean, I think this is, dare I say, I think this might be end game in here, because this is the swamp that was discussed. Okay, gonna head west and work our way up and down here. I probably would have done this in the other maps too, had I known that I was approaching endgame, but I'm not positive that is. I'm kind of glad that we're approaching the end of the game now. It's nice to see that light at the end of the tunnel. I can see also I need to repair. Come on, I heard you. There you are. Yep. Okay, so yes, I will work my way south first. Well, after I've worked my way north, I guess. As a fighter, I loathe ranged characters. Hear more. We have a whole town or something here. Stand still and die. Oh, feels like it's been a while since I've said anything. Not that I'm going to say anything, it just, you know, statement of fact. Seems like a while since I said anything. Hody ho. Ah, seems a while since I said anything. So, anything good on TV? I think I can say honestly that I haven't turned on my TV for about 2 months now. That's actually mostly because of Netflix. In Canada, Netflix isn't bad. It's the same. It's $7.99 a month or whatever, unlimited viewing. Not too bad. Canada's having the same thing where you can see all the ISPs are going to try and screw it over and that sort of thing. Because they, of course, they want to make money doing their own thing. And if Netflix establishes itself too well, that's a bit of a danger for their marketing plans. 15, nah, not really. So, but Netflix in Canada has a much smaller collection, set of options, not as many videos, however you want to say it. But as luck would have it, like if I search for any video that comes to mind, chances are they don't have it. However, what they do have is always something you feel like watching. They've got a lot of the good old BBC stuff, and I mean really old stuff, like a lot of the old Doctor Who's, a lot of the like Around the World in 80 Days with Palin from the Python group. Those are great, like tour. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to grab... It's red? I'll grab one of these.
Yes.
That sort of thing. So there's always something to watch. And of course I've been going through Mystery Science Theater 3000. Been watching all of those. Watching all of the... What was it that I was watching recently? It wasn't Firefly. I have those on DVD. What's the other one? Farscape? Is that it? Farscape, yeah. And I haven't watched a lot of those, it seems, because, well, especially, I probably watched maybe a quarter of them out of one or two series, because I've watched a half a dozen so far out of series one. I haven't seen any of them. And geez, that's good writing. Those are damn good shows. And I know I liked it even when I watched it, when it was on TV. And I know it's come to an end. And I think I caught the last episode as well. But I think it just wasn't on when I was available or something, because I would have made it a regular viewing thing. Because I remember even at that time thinking the writing was very
brilliant.
Good. So I've been really enjoying that. Watched all the old Red Dwarf. They've got the whole series of Red Dwarf, so I watched all those again.
Yes.
And yeah, the quality of those definitely varies from season to season. Well, maybe not the quality, the style. I could see that you could have a group of people and each member of the group really liking a different season and really hating the seasons the rest of the group like, because it really did change from season to season. A new rake at last! Jeez, why didn't I find that right at the beginning of the game? Okay. Ageless broom. Yeah, look at the durability on that broom. 103. How about we pyramid back and see what that is? Hey, dude. That Sword of the Gods. Glad I checked. Charm quality 4. Is it going to let me use my shield? Look at all that. Fire damage 5, lightning damage 4, death blow 3, frost 2. Oh boy. Recuperation times 0, speed 10, 80 to magic, 80 to vitality. And I bet it's a two-hander, isn't it? And I love my shield. Holy capoly. Oh boy, it's a one-hander. I think this might be better than the sword that I was using, just thinking. Although, well, and considering I'm not getting a lot of life drain anymore, 27 to 65, 21 to 50, so slightly less damage, but with all that other stuff added on, lightning damage, fire damage, so let's see what he's got for gems to sell, and let's... resistance to poison, sold. I hardly need it. Resistance to poison, I could be like immune to poison. I don't think we've seen any poison recently, but do we have anything to sell? I'll keep it. I'll hold on to it for now. That can go. Strange amulet. I think we've lost that quest actually, but it's only 6,000 gold. Well, we've actually used up a considerable chunk of my money. No wonder the guy likes me. Yeah, there we go. Poison 95 at last. Spirit 200. Okay. Now, if you're wondering what that sword looks like, we'll probably find out it's awful now. But now that I've put like $100,000 worth of gems into it. But it is, yeah, like durability 1. No. Yeah, so there you go. And it's got resistance to poison. No, that's what I added. So there you go. Quite the little toy. Let's go see what it does. Have to be careful not to get too crazy. I could still run into an ambush and die. And find that that sword isn't there anymore. Yeah, we'll just keep going north. How far north do we have to go? Oh, we could go endlessly here. Okay, so I'll just swing back south and we'll... So I think at some point, unless there's a lot of other houses, with unbelievable stuff in the closets. No, not so unbelievable that. I think we are approaching the point where it might be worth heading to the swamp. That being said, if I had done that earlier, I would have missed out on that sword. But I should hold my tongue until I actually hit something with it and see if it's any good. Kinda hard to imagine it not being very good. Assassin's Mithril Plate of Telekinetics? No. Nothing too grand. Definitely worth searching this little town, though. They've got pretty amazing stuff in their closets. Trying to keep an eye out for trapdoors and things too. You never know. See how you do. Yeah. Okay. How about you? Ah, I get to throw a little of the freezing back in their faces at last. Alright. I like. I gotta drink one of those super elixirs and see what it does. Can't believe I made it through this whole game and I haven't even tried that. I also found, if you remember, a couple of very strange looking potions in sort of decorated bottles, and I never tried those either. Hey, Chieftain. How you doing? Feeling frozen? Well, keeping him frozen certainly is better than messing around with lifesteal. Anyway. And no, I don't know why the ground shook. That looks strange to me, but it's just a pile of rocks. Hoping for another house, and there is one. With no door? No, there's a door on the front. Never mind. Where are you going? Hey. Invariably, I mean, all mice would just sit and they would pound on that lever to the exclusion of all else, even sleep, until they died. And that came to a something box, it was called. I don't remember. It was named after probably the guy that invented the little lever box. And the first time I'd even heard the term was actually used to describe World of Warcraft, which is, in many ways, it's a very accurate description. I mean, you're basically clicking a lever to the exclusion of all else. Nothing really physical comes of it, but every time you are just about to get bored, they give you a little shot of endorphins, and you come back for more and start hitting on that lever again. And I don't want to start a huge debate. I think anybody that plays Warcraft, even if they got a lot out of it, the big social aspect, and they maintain it as a proper amount of time in their life and everything, I agree with that too. But I think even they would agree that there's definitely an aspect of being a rat or a mouse in a box pressing a lever. There's definitely something to be said for that. And it's funny, I played World of Warcraft. I'm not, like I said, more power to you if you like it. I played it for quite a while, actually. I ended up with, I think the level cap when I was doing it was level 60. And I ended up with 2 level 55 characters. There was a point at which it got really hard to get the next couple of levels. So I had 2 level 55 characters, and as soon as my rogue hit 60, I'd had enough. And I soloed the whole thing. I soloed to level 60. I didn't like... Why am I walking? Oh, stamina. Yeah, your stamina must be as waning as much as this guy's. We've just been uncovering blobs. So anyway, I'll continue the discussion while we wait for my stamina to come back. I just didn't like the whole social aspect. I would join guilds, and I'd have the guild chat going in the corner, and occasionally reply to it. Usually just making funny comments to whatever people said, and that would keep me entertained. But as soon as I hit level 60, I really lost interest too with the whole, gold farming. And I think I mentioned in a much earlier video that I think they should have a mode where no money, no trading house. Basically, if you want a piece of armor, you wander around and you see, hey, that thing is wearing some armbands that I would like. And you go and kill it, and you take its armbands, and you can't give them to anybody else. They're your armbands, and you got them by killing this thing. And I think they could make that really challenging and really entertaining. Especially they can tune the randomness, so if they see that your character is leaning towards a match set of a particular set of armor, they could have that only showing up on challenging characters, right? So they have to, if you really want that match set, you've got to really work for it. That last helmet piece you're gonna have to solo a dragon or fight a dragon with a team and have them agree that you get the helmet or whatever. I think you could really play along like that. And screw the economy. I don't know. I suppose you could still have that kind of a concept and have a manufacturing economy. I'm not sure how... The thing is, to completely eliminate the whole gold farming problem, you pretty much have to trash the whole concept of economy. And as soon as you have something where one person can make something and give it to somebody else, well, that's an economy, and you will find that exploited.
Brilliant!
So you'd almost have to say that even manufacturing, you would have to only be able to manufacture for yourself. So how would you make that entertaining? I'm not sure. I think that would be difficult. But does that mean you now have to go and Looks like that building was up against the side of a cliff. Yep. Well, it gives us something to follow around. And it looks like it was worth the trouble of following it around. Anything? Anything? Oh, there's another one here. Oop, come back. Just want to open it though. No, basic armor. Basic mithril armor. Mithril crap. Elite mithril armor. I think elite must refer to the durability on that as well. Oh, I'm surprised. We're, what, over a third to my next level again. Well, might be worth fighting for yet another level before I head to the swamp. Fighting like this is very Diablo-esque. You know, where you're... It's just... I don't want to describe it as a grind, because Diablo never really came across as a grind, even though I suppose that's precisely what you're doing, killing. And the only reason you're doing it is for the next sword and purely a dice roll, you know. And that's kind of what we're doing here. You sort of get into this habit where sort of, I guess, the gold rush sort of mentality, where just around this next corner, and they seem to tune it just right, like finding that sword. You know, you just, oh, this is getting lame. Oh, wow, look at this sword. And of course, most of these games are like that, you know, mouse click practice. Dealing random cards, lottery, basically. It's all the same sort of concept where your odds are incredibly small, but you fall for the old trap of, well, somebody's got to win it, and there was a name for that as well. I can't remember who was referring to it. Fairly well-respected speaker, at least for me. And I don't remember the name of it, but there's... I don't know if you ever read about the experiment they did with mice, where the mice could step on a pedal, and they could either receive food and drink, or they could receive a little shot of electricity to their pleasure center. So essentially, a drug, more or less. It was actually an electrode implanted into their pleasure center of their brain. So every time they stepped on this lever, they would essentially get something equivalent to like an orgasm or something like that. There was no physical effect. It was just a rush of endorphins. And they could do that, and then right next to it was a lever for food and drink. And, of course, the mice basically stomped themselves until they starved to death. Farm for yourself. Well, okay, if you went that far, fine. So now I gotta farm for my own equipment, mine for my own equipment, manufacture my own stuff. But yeah, you know, why is it massively multiplayer? What encouragement do I have to be on a team? Now, Dungeons and Dragons kind of has that. I mean, there's no real economy in Dungeons and Dragons. You're basically in a group and you're sharing stuff. Basically, you fight something and here's the random loot. And if you're in a good team, the person that needs it the most gets it. Or it's community property, you found some orb of something or other that when you click on it, it answers one question for you. Well, that's kind of kept as community property, and you can't really do that in massively multiplayer unless you're always playing with friends. I feel like it's got this real kernel of a real promising type of game. I suppose you could back it up by saying, well, look, it's just these servers are own stuff, like no economy server. So then you can, if people complain, but it's kind of cutting into the multiplayer aspect, well, they'll go on that server then, use the other game. This is balanced for people that don't want an economy. Why would I even bother? I guess one of that was cool. His sand froze in the air. One of the things that really kind of ruined it for me is that I'd work for this stuff, and I would solo, and I would scrape up 900 gold, and I would buy myself a mount, and I come around the corner and talk to this guy that's clearly bought his character off eBay, and he's wearing all the latest armor, and he's saying, oh no, I did this all myself, and he doesn't know the first thing about, say, a rogue.
Yes.
And that just bugged me because, they're the ones that are given the attention because they have all this nice stuff. Even if they're not given attention, well, then that's ruined it in another way. What's the point of getting that stuff if now it doesn't get you the attention, or if people assume you just bought it? So, it was those things. It was, I guess I wanted to be able to, work my way up, get my scraps of mismatched armor, and still walk around and get a pat on the back by guildmates or whatever, because wow, you look at the stuff you got. I know how hard it is to get that kind of stuff because you have to fight dragons or whatever. So I really lost, almost like in a day. As soon as I hit level 60, I completely lost interest in World of Warcraft. But I wasn't exactly one of the gung-ho members anyway. I wasn't spending a lot of time on it. It took me a long time to get to level 60. Basically, while I was playing World of Warcraft, I played video games essentially the same amount of time that I do now, but it was all World of Warcraft. I think it actually saved me a ton of money while I played that game, because that's all I played, and it was only costing me $19 a month. Whereas when I wasn't playing World of Warcraft, of course, I was spending at least $60 a month. Every time a new game came out, I'd buy it and play it for a month. Is this anything? Not really. How are we doing again? Boy. Well, actually, we're kind of close to the whole swamp area again. We've actually done really well. How long have I been going? A couple of hours? Yeah. Okay. Do we continue, or do I work my way towards the swamp, is the question. So anyway, that's my ramble about World of Warcraft. And I've had no interest at all going back. Like I said, just Thursday I stopped playing, and Friday I never played it again and haven't had any interest in it since. That looked like a barrel. I was trying to smash it. It's a cactus. A barrel cactus. So, why didn't somebody tell me about this freeze thing a while ago? That's... I wonder if it works with spin attack. I don't think I'll bother. I mean, I'm doing fine without it, but my spin attack attacks all stuff around me, and I wonder if I could freeze more than one. My guess is yes. What color is that? That's red and white. Alright. Red, and sure, we'll just
Brilliant!
I'm feeling better for having all these potions, too. Trading a lot with a shopper improves his attitude. Well, I've given that shopkeeper like $600,000, and he likes me.
Let me get this straight. You want me to do...
Cutscene.
What?
Flare! Flicks! Go far!
Far away! Yes! Flicks! Flicks blow flax. Other place. Flow! Flay! Away!
You want me to leave? Me? You dare you suggest?
Flicks! It's not us. Flicks, 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 flicks. It's dark mistresses. Wait, lightning dragon! Yes! Flicks!
Flux! We love very big dragon. But dark mistresses hate, understand? Please?
I see. And they sent you as their messengers, did they? Didn't have the guts to come themselves?
Fliss, fliss. Dragon wise. Very wise. What dragon think?
Dragon think I'm staying right here. What do you say to that?
Flicks a flocks of cat buttocks. Imps was afraid dragon would say that.
Flo Flay! Imps dead meat now, either way.
Flow, flow is real trouble. Mistresses say dragon, no go. Imps have to kill bat breath lizard. No offense. Flicks, flicks. This imp think dragon too big and mistresses far away. Flicks. This imp see other imps point.
Flea! This imp say all imps go now.
Yeah! Far from dark mistresses! Far from dragons! Let's go find Red for lunch. Yeah!
Well, that was kind of annoying. Alright. I thought I smelled something long forgotten, but still familiar. Make it brief, Divinity. I am weary and wish to return to my cave. Oh, mighty dragon, I have journeyed far to find thee. Okay, have I? Ah, thy tongue remembers the proper manner and form. It has been too long since I last had a civilized conversation. What is it thou requires of me, Divinity? I have need of thy great lore, magnificent one. Thou knowest that I can give, cannot be given freely. I would not presume, so your magnificence. Name thy price. You dare to treat me like some lowly haggler, Divinity? Forgive the ignorant words of my foolish tongue, mighty one. I mean no disrespect. Thou art forgiven, Divinity. I shall be mindful that thou art a mere human hatchling and lack wisdom. I shall therefore tolerate thine ignorance, as long as thou dost remember thine place. Yes, well, I would be upset about the ignorance thing, but I think my intelligence is about 11. Your wisdom shines brightly, mighty one. I humbly seek direction. Humble? Thou art not a divinity? Dost thou not have pride? Again, thy wisdom shines brightly, and my ignorance is revealed. Might I offer thee a gift? A gift? And what might this gift be? Why the privilege of teaching me? Oh All that I possess, all my gold. How to become a ghost.
Yes.
That is no gift divinity. I already know of the Trixnal Tink spell. I shall leave thy glorious presence now, and leave... Oh, I see what happened there. I did a little double speak. I needed to become a ghost. Ah, it all falls into place. It's almost like I had an intelligence higher than 11. So, what just happened there for... Oh, I hope somebody else didn't quite catch on. I shudder to be the only one. Apparently, I need to go into the swamp, but the wizard told me I had to become a ghost. So, we chat with this guy, say, hey, I'll give you a gift. What gift? And we do the double speak thing. Well, I could teach you how to become a ghost. And then he gave it away. Well, I already know how Traxnal Tinks works. Aha! Well, idiot, now I know how to become a ghost. So that's what happened. We double spoke into, got him to tell me. I shall leave thy glorious presence now, and leave thee to thy rest. Perhaps we shall meet again. Okay. I think he's like attacking me actually, so I should get out of this area. So I don't know if that's a glitch, but we've had that happen before where they were neutral, and yeah, now he's attacking. So I don't know what the deal is there. And he's going to follow me endlessly, I guess. Alright. And I really doubt I can... Huh? I was wrong. Like he's neutral and attacking. That seems kind of strange. I've had this happen 5 or 6 times. And there seems to be no purpose to kill him either, which is a real shame. But then I'm stuck. There's also no way that I can seem to get around him. These boots look good, though. Well, summon demonic aid. Well, I think that's just a regular spell. You know, I would have liked to not kill him. Maybe if I ran a great distance? I don't know. I don't know if you can outrun stuff in this game. So if you're sitting there wondering, why the heck did you kill the dragon? I had no choice as far as I could see. We had that nice conversation. He was all pleasant. And then when the conversation is over, he was neutral but started attacking me. And it might be related to that other bug. Now, if you remember way back, that's exactly what was happening with the imp that was part of the Council of Seven. The first time I met that imp, he was neutral but attacking me. The same thing that dragon just did. Very problematic, because that would have broken the game. So I had to do that hack where we fixed the problem. We got him not to attack, but it seems like the same bug is kind of rampant through the game. And I just kind of hope that that hasn't ruined anything, having killed that dragon. So I think we're getting close to the water again. Now, do I need to become a ghost just so that I can walk through the water? That might be the case. Let's see what this says. In order to pass the swamps, I need to take on a non-corporeal form, become a ghost. And the Lord told me the black dragon named Patriarch might be able to help me learn this little trick. Yeah, so, I mean, the hint was right there and I missed it. I read this too, so I guess it's now or never to pretty much head back to the swamp. I doubt there's anything else around here. And I'm more than ready to see the end of this game. So let's do that. Let's start heading south. Although if I can kind of postpone it long enough to get one more level. No, these things aren't even giving me a pixel of experience. It would take hundreds of more kills, I think. We've almost hit like a dwarven woodcutting camp. Electrifying heavy plate belt. One charm. No. I really don't need. I don't think I need those lockpicks anymore either. Glad he doesn't get full of potions. Well, he might, I suppose, but I've drank like 30 potions in a row and he's never said I'm too full. Sorry, I had some ice cubes in my mouth. Sorry about the crunching. I don't know, it's tempting to make that next level. Oh, right. Forgot about that. So it looks like we've hit the swamp again. Yes, 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 I understand, I understand. I understand, but I'm too stupid to do anything about it. Oh, that's new. Okay, not so new. Still as squishy as the other ones. Alright, yes, I know. Yeah, still bugged about that dragon. But there's about 4 or 5 characters that's happened to, and oh, well, I'll get over it. Okay, well, we're here. Yeah, how'd you like being frozen? Tower shield of the master merchant. Trader's tongue and pickpocket. Well, I'm thinking what happens here, yeah, is the only way through the swamp now is to go as a ghost. I don't know how long the ghost form lasts, and I don't know exactly where through the swamp I am supposed to go. Sure, what the heck. But, for lack of a better place, this is approximately where he first said, hey, this looks like the swamp that Zandalor mentioned. So, let's... How are we doing for... So we got lots of potions. Plenty of crap. Magical might. Curse. Yeah. Now you see that one spell that is grayed out. Probably uses more mana. Oh no, transfer powers. I have nothing to transfer my powers to. That's what's going on there. Spirit form. There we are. Leave your mortal shell and become like a spirit. But it's a, what, one-time use? I think it is. So let's save. Spell that right. Spirit form. See what happens. Zoink. Oh no, nothing happened. Oh, there we go. Right. There we are. Don't know how long it lasts, so let's get the heck across the swamp. And the other ghosts are friendly, of course. I'm guessing lower right-hand corner. No, we're stuck there. Oh, I see. There's my stamina is getting used up. So it lasted as long as... Oh, boy. And because my stamina is so low, maybe that's why my damage is so crap. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had my stamina this low before. Yeah, it must be. I've got plenty of stamina potions, but I don't seem to be dying, so... Well, that was intense. Al's mithril plate. Nothing too good. True shot. Hunting bow. Super healing. So I'm assuming I made it. I assume I made it across the appropriate place. I still have this skill though. So I guess I can use it again. If need be. Stamina. Actually, I don't have a lot of stamina. I've got a lot of these restorations, so if I really wanted to, I could just swallow one of those, and that probably boosts my stamina as well. I'll just turn off fraps for a second, give me a chance to have a nice casual drink while my stamina recharges.